I'm Dr. Lawrence Hernandez, and I'm the CEO and founder of Admissions Geek, an organization committed to helping you achieve your dreams. I'm here to tell you about really responding to coronavirus because I know it's impacted many of you in many different ways. Number one, I know a lot of you are feeling depressed and feeling isolated. And the first and the most important thing is you continue to reach out to those people that can help you. Trying to have those open-ended conversations with your parents to say, hey, I don't feel good, I'm frustrated, I feel isolated, I feel disconnected, and having good conversations. And if parents aren't necessarily a resource, reaching out to your college counselors and folks at the universities or colleges where you went to, your high school counselors, they are all still working. They are on their phones. They can do FaceTime conversations. They can do Zoom conversations. So there's lots of other ways to continue to communicate. There's even counseling available for a lot of young people that are feeling frustrated. I know for a lot of young people, they have lost their work studies, which was a major source of income for them and for their families. But universities are now providing students the remainder of what they had left on their work studies through a federal grant called the stimulus bill that was just put out through the federal government at the end of April. There's also other additional funds available that's designed to go directly to students. So there's grants, there's tuition waivers, there are also food bank coupons. There's all kinds of other resources for students if you reach out to your deans of student affairs and to your financial aid offices. All around the country, schools are trying to help folks, young people in particular, to figure how to get through coronavirus successfully and go on to the next step, because it's going to be with us a while, and we have to remember how to keep ourselves safe, but also how to stay connected to other people. So reach out. Try to connect with people. Don't be afraid. Call and ask. It's there for you. It's designed for you. And we at Admissions Geek, we want to definitely help you. We can answer questions for you, but also your universities, your colleges, and your high schools are the absolute best places to get those kinds of pieces of information. Also, many of you are entitled to stimulus checks. Make sure you're searching out your stimulus checks through the federal government website. Just search federal government stimulus check and it'll come up, or go to TurboTax. And TurboTax also has a website to help you get your stimulus check, $1,200. There's also an additional stimulus bill that's coming out with additional funds and support in low interest rates and additional waivers for student loans. So there's lots of resources out there for you. And I know for a lot of you, it's become very hard to come home and to try to figure out, where am I going to study? How am I going to get myself focused? Use your mentors. And if you don't feel like you have mentors, just reach out and call somebody in your university, maybe somebody you've never talked to before, and have a conversation and say, hey, I'm really struggling. Sometimes it's actually easier to do it on the phone than it is in person. And this is a great opportunity to do that. And so take advantage of that. Take advantage of groups on the internet. There's Facebook groups directly designed to help students work through this. There are Reddit groups around undergraduate support groups, law school groups, graduate school groups. There's all kinds of other support networks that are out there for you, and take advantage of those. You have to just keep moving forward, and that's the absolute key. When you feel like you're stuck, the best way to get unstuck is to pull yourself out of the glue and take a step forward, and you'll start to feel better immediately. And get some exercise. The weather's nice. Get out there and walk around. Get the blood flowing to your brain, and you'll start having new ideas for where you can go in your career and how you can take advantage. Remember, all the greatest companies right now in the country, including Amazon, Google, I can go Uber, on and on, Airbnb, they were all started during an economic recession. And look at these companies now. The stimulus bill number 2 gave millions and millions of dollars to both private and public universities, and 75% of that money has to go directly to students. So Colorado State University just gave $1,500 checks to all of their students. Arapahoe Community College here in Colorado, they put together gift baskets and food vouchers. They gave their students tuition vouchers, tuition refunds. They provided their students free counseling vouchers. They provided their students with extra resources in laptop computers, connections to the internet. Other schools have given even larger sums of money and given students additional scholarships for the following years. So there's all this money out there available to you, and it's sitting at your university or your college. And you got to reach out to the student affairs offices and then the financial aid offices. Make a call, and if you can't get through on the phone, shoot an email and be persistent. Keep emailing, and you will get a response. You just got to be persistent. You got to be the change that you want to see in the world. And that is a statement from Gandhi. And remember, we have to just keep moving forward if we want to see the world change. We got to be the ones that change first. There are some universities that are sending students things. Some are being very aggressive in calling students. And if you think they're just pestering you, they're actually calling you to try to give you some resources, to try to provide you money. It's your college counselor again. They're reaching out to you. They've called you 5 times. Why? Because they've got a check for you and they need to figure out where to send it. Isn't that crazy? Somebody wants to give you free money. It's your university. And of course, you've got to make sure it's coming from the right legitimate source. The same with the stimulus check. They're out there. You just got to get online and figure out how you're eligible for that stimulus check. There's computers. And you got to take advantage of these now because there's a huge shortage of laptop computers. In fact, Google, which is one of the largest companies in the world, is struggling to get computers for their employees. Yet universities have already gotten their allotments. So they're going to be able to distribute these computers, laptop computers, to their students that are yours forever. And it's a great opportunity to get these computers, to get high-speed internet. And also, many of you are eligible for unemployment. If you're a gig worker, say you did Uber Eats or Shopify or one of these other delivery programs, you are eligible for unemployment, up to $600 a week. And it's possibly now with the 3rd stimulus bill going to last all the way till next March of 2021. So it's an incredible opportunity. It's a way to support you, and you can continue to get this while you go to school. There's no restrictions on it. So you got to reach out. You got to apply. Call your unemployment office. Go online. File an application. Call. There's lots of resources to help you fill out the application. And you know, that's the one thing that I learned when I was a young person, that if I was the one that was willing to go out and try to find all these things, I'm the one that ended up with all the money. I literally had thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of scholarships. Bought me a new car, put new rims on my truck, had money to live, had money to give to charity, had money to travel, all of these things because I was so incredibly persistent in finding scholarships and resources for students. And they're out there. And I did this without the internet, guys. You have the internet and you have the resources.